It all really started for me with doing Reiki on people. And of course I was familiar with channeling, and I had been to probably more channeling events in a year period than anyone. I would travel around and go see other people channel. And so when my hands started to move by themselves in Reiki, I was like, that's interesting. But then when my mouth started to move and I started to whisper, then I thought, well, maybe I'm going to start channeling. And then I had this really awesome experience in the middle of the night where I felt like my body was being scanned with energy from head to toe, and it was like pure ecstasy, and I was begging whatever was bringing this energy to me for more, and then more would come, and then I started talking to it, and I'd get answers in the form of energy, and it was really fantastic experience, and that got me to really want to go within and to explore the types of feelings I could have in my body like that. And ultimately, I think that's what led to my channeling. I did have an experience where I started to dry heave, which is like what you do when you're about to throw up. And that was in deep meditation, and that's when I asked Abraham when I was in the hot seat, what is this and what's happening, and does this mean I'm going to channel? And they said yes, and they said continue doing what you're doing now, and that's what I did. And then 3 or 4 weeks later I was speaking, and for a while I didn't really know that I didn't know who I was speaking for. And I asked it for a name, and it said pick a name. So for a while I was calling this energy Grandpa, or this collective Grandpa, but that was really a name that someone had given it. And recently, about 6 months ago or so, I asked again for a name, and I spoke the name, and it was the Creators. And I got confirmation and asked it what dimension, and the answer was 12th. And so this is about 2.5 years now of doing this. When we gather in a place like this and everyone comes with the intention of raising their frequency, it helps the person who's accessing the channel beings. And so you're all a part of this process, and you're all holding the frequency in this room for it to be just an amazing time. So thank you for coming.